So, hi there everybody. I don't think there's anyone in here. I don't believe it. This seems rather strange. Um, okay, so, well, what I'm going to do, we're going to do is um, this article we were doing the other day, yes, about gut reactions. Hi there, David. Great to have you. Yes, first one in. Okay, I'm going to continue with this article we were doing the other day about gut, using your gut reaction and your gut feeling. Hi there, Manisco. Great to have you. I hope the connection's okay. Hi, Aditi. Hi, Abdurrahim. Great to have you as well. And Chidam as well, great to have you. So yes, everybody's coming in all of a sudden, that's wonderful. Okay, yeah. And Aminak, great to have you as well. Patricia, yay, great to have you. You see? So I think it's time to start. This is about whether you think about a decision or whether you go with your gut reaction. So hi there, Topak, great to have you, and hello from Taiwan as well. I don't know how to pronounce your name, unfortunately. So the last one we did, this guidance may be useful in similar scenarios in which we are forming impressions of after an information overload, she says. Hi there, Vitali. Rizgar, great to see you. And great to see you, Toprak and JB as well. Okay, so let's see. You may find my connection is not so good today, but, well, this is an experiment. Okay, so we're going to continue with this. It's probably going to take a second or two to come through. Yeah, here it comes. Brilliant. So, first question. It could be relevant whenever you have to choose between several consumer products that are described by several attributes. A cell phone, a computer, a TV, a sofa, a fridge, an oven. While shopping for these items, you might choose to go for a coffee and flicker through, twitch through, flutter through, flick through a magazine, for example, before you make your final decision. So, Mohammed, hello. Okay, so let me read it again. It could be relevant when you have to choose between several consumer products that are described by several attributes. A cell phone, a computer, a TV, a sofa, a fridge or an oven. While shopping for these items, you might choose to go for a coffee and flicker through, twitch through, flutter through, flick through a magazine, for example, before making your final decision. So, brilliant. We've got flick from Vitali, flick from Taiwan. If you tell me your name from Taiwan, or what I can call you, then I will call you that. Flick for Aminak, hello Suman, and flick for Aditi, and flick for Patricia as well. Okay, and Oksana. It's brilliant to see you, Oksana. I'm so happy to know you're well. That's wonderful to see you. Okay, so, and flick from Suman as well. That's great. It's great to have you. I was a bit worried about you, Oksana, because we haven't heard from you for a while. I think the last thing you said was the air raid sirens have gone off and I've got to go down to the shelter. Okay, so Suman says flick through, so does Toprak, and so does Oksana, and flick here as well. Okay, this is definitely a landslide for flick. To flicker is a light that flickers on and off. And flick for Abdurrahim as well. So if something's flickering, very definitely not. This is a light effect. To twitch is to move suddenly. So he twitched. Yeah, he twitches the whole time. To flutter is like the movement of a leaf in the wind, but to flick through, to go through things. It's wonderful to see you, Oksana. And so flick for Abdurrahim, and hello, Aded. Yeah, flick through, look through, absolutely. Yeah, I flicked through a magazine. So let me put this in capitals. Flick through. It's the only one that works. So I flicked through the book, but I didn't look at it completely. It's to flick through, to look at just stopping here and there, in place to place. Just flick through a magazine. And this is the idea of to flick through something. None of the others work. To go through, to run through, to browse as well, maybe. Emotional intelligence. According to the latest research, the quality of someone's gut instinct may depend on their overall emotional intelligence, EI. And by learning to increase our emotional intelligence, we may therefore strengthen, harden, stiffen, hearten, prop up our intuitive decision making. A flame flickers, an eyelid twitches. Yes, I love it. Okay, a twitching eyelid and a flickering flame, a flickering light. Good morning, Inju Juan. Great to see you as well. So we're definitely getting answers here. This looks pretty good. So we got strengthen from Vitali, from Aminak, from Suman, from Toprak, and from Oksana. Okay, let me just read it again. According to the latest research, the quality of someone's gut instinct may depend on their overall emotional intelligence. And by learning to increase our emotional intelligence, we may therefore strengthen, harden, stiffen, hearten, prop up our intuitive decision making. So strengthen from Taiwan, strengthen from Razgar, for Abdurrahim, for Patricia, for Aditi, and for Inju as well. That's pretty good. So to harden. You're not going to harden it. I think if you harden something, you make it more resistant. Yeah. To stiffen. To stiffen makes it more resistant as well. Okay, good morning, Manny. To harden for Manny. I wouldn't normally use it to harden my decision making. I think if I harden my decision making, I make less generous decisions. Step up. I like that. That's quite good. Okay, your gut is your intestines, Abdurrahim. But a gut feeling, this is just something you feel. Your guts are your intestines. You eat your food and it goes into your stomach and then it goes into your guts, your intestines. To stiffen. No, to stiffen makes stiffer. Yeah, here we go. So for Vitali, prop up is generally considered to be derogatory. This is very good. If you prop something up, you support it because it's falling down. A prop is to hold something in the air. Yeah, I had to prop up the ceiling of the house to stop it falling down. And that's how to use to prop up. Okay, to hearten means to make somebody, to encourage someone. I was very heartened by your good news. It heartens me to see you all getting the right answer. Good morning, Manji. Great to see you. Promote, influence, modulate. Yeah, strengthen, make better. And strengthen is definitely the answer. strengthen. Prop up, buttress, bolster, or even to shore up. Yeah, I quite like that one as well. Shore up goes very well with those, Suman. Limbs often stiffen. Yeah, my limbs often stiffen. And not sure about step up. there's an idea of enhancing. Let's see, if you step up your performance, you enhance your performance. So to step up our intuitive decision making, it's probably got a slight difference in meaning. I think to step up maybe gives the idea of to perform better, whereas strengthen means you are better at doing it. But I think they're both very close. Yeah. To fortify is the idea of strengthen. To step up, increase the rhythm, increase the pace, to increase or improve the performance. That's perfect, Manji. Strengthen. I love it. So yes, to improve our performance. Psychologists audit, verify, decide, value, assess emotional intelligence using a series of questions that measure, for example, people's capacity to identify the emotions expressed in others' faces and their capacity to predict the changes in someone's mood given their circumstances. Prop up with a pillow. Yes, propped up in bed eating breakfast with a pillow. I love it. Okay, so reinforce. Yes, reinforce is definitely a good synonym there. Psychologists audit, verify, decide, value, assess emotional intelligence using a series of questions that measure, for example, people's capacity to identify the emotions expressed in others' faces and their capacity to predict the changes in someone's mood given their circumstances. So, what would we say? To audit emotional intelligence, to verify emotional intelligence, to decide emotional intelligence, to value emotional intelligence, to assess emotional intelligence. Step up, to escalate, to heighten. I think this question is reasonably difficult. Good, I like it. Giving you a harder time. So, wow, we'll have some answers in a second. We're probably waiting for them to come through. So, so we've got a first answer and a second answer. So we've got assess from Patricia. We've got value from Inju Juan. Inju Juan. I don't think it's a Spanish name though. We'll see. Okay, so, wow. Inju Durango says that assess fits better, and value for top rack. Ooh, I've got you thinking. Capacity versus capability. Ooh, okay. Capacity is talking about the volume. So his capacity for work is the amount that they can do it. Capability is talking about being capable, being very able to do it. Yeah. So this glass is capable of holding a litre. It's also capable of holding half a litre or a quarter of a litre. But if we talk about the capacity of the glass is a litre. That's a so, I honestly haven't seen it, Vitali. I've got unsolicited info alert, not sure about step up. There's an idea of enhancing, and this one. It may be something to do with my connection. So I still don't know what you said, Vitali. You'll have to try it again. And Abdurrahim says decide. This is quite a good one. Okay, so I don't like value because value normally talks about money. And I think the word that would work well here would be evaluate. And that would work. I don't have a timestamp and I still don't have it, unfortunately. Okay, at 12:39. The only one I can find is strengthen. Okay, so let me continue. To audit. To audit, this is very financial. The auditors go into a company. If you audit, you make a list of everything there is. Yeah? And then you maybe evaluate it as well. If you verify it, you think that something is already there. Can you verify the information you've given me? They gave me he showed his passport to verify his identity. To decide EI. Good morning, Double. To decide EI. No. To decide whether somebody has EI. Okay. And it is... Okay, thank you. Okay, both of you went with assess. Something obviously happened. It's been skipped. So we've got assess for Oksana and assess for Vitali and good morning Raccoon. And Aminak says assess as well. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Technical difficulties. Okay, yes. So I had a bit there where... Okay, so, well, let's see. No, very definitely. Assess is definitely the right answer. Yes, assess. You verify the truth of something. This is to assess. You work it out. Okay, and we'll try another one. Okay, so notice value talks about money. Evaluates the idea of this one. Audit financial. To verify, to provide proof that something is true. Well, for me it's a pain if the chat doesn't show the answers. So good morning, Bisalom. And here we go. Jeremy Yip, an assistant professor of management at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., recently compared people's EI scores to their performance on the Iowa gambling task. While most participants seemed to show a heightened stress response when they considered choosing the bad decks, people with lower EI consistently misled, misfitted, misread, misplaced, misguided their own body signals. Okay, this Iowa gambling test is, there are various packs of cards and you need to choose one, and you need to gamble on them, and some of them you have very big wins but much bigger losses, whereas other ones you have smaller wins and smaller losses, but overall they're better. And they use this as an experiment to see if people got a gut feeling about which one to choose. So we've got misread for Vitali and Oksana. Check for inconsistencies. That's good. Misread for Suman, misread for Mani, misread for Charlotte, misread for Razgar, misread for Mr. Bateman, misread for Toprak, misguided for Abdurrahim, misread for Aminak, good value for money. Your screen sometimes flickers. No, it's different. I'm on a completely different connection today. And misjudged, says David Lutz. I like that word, misjudged. Misread for Injujuan. Okay, it looks like you've definitely got this. Let's see. To misguide. Something misguides you. So if somebody gives you wrong information, they misguide you. And Aditi says misread as well. Good evening, Gurjet. Misled for Bisalom as well. Okay, so some wrong information misguides you. Yeah? It also misleads you as well. So something misleads you. To misfit. A misfit is a person who doesn't fit in society. Misplaced is something that you've lost. I've misplaced my keys. Yeah, he misplaced his trust in me. Whereas to misread, yeah, misinterpret. Exactly. Well done, Patricia, as well. So very definitely misread their own body signals. Okay, so if you misread a situation, you interpret it wrongly. Yeah, that's it, Manji. Yeah, it's like, if you literally think about it, it's like I read a word and I see the wrong word. Something that deviates us. That's good, Suman. I like it. Particularly to misread a situation, to misread people's intentions, something like that. Something misleads us. Something misguides us. I'm sorry, Mele. I've got things to do after this. Maybe another day. Watch the Sunday one, because Sunday is it must be the French connection. Sunday is an hour's class. Okay, so to misread, very definitely. And this next one, he comes here. To misread your own body responses. You have not to be in contact with your body. Yes. Okay, you misread what your body is saying. Well, very often we lie to ourselves. I think we probably lie to ourselves more than to other people. Okay, for those participants with lower emotional intelligence, a greater stress response seemed to act as an encouragement to take the risky and ultimately unprofitable cards. They simply, only, singly, exactly didn't seem to recognize the feeling as a warning. They might have interpreted their psychological arousal as excitement, so they became more risk-taking, and this explains the misreading. Okay, so we've got misled for adage. So Suman goes for simply, so does Vitali, so does Mr. Bateman. So, a square peg in a round hole, very definitely. Simply for Mr. Bateman. Oksana says simply, Toprak says simply, and for Mani Rizgar Manji from Taiwan, Charlotte says simply, Aditi says simply. To misconstrue, I love that word. I don't know if I've got a video on that. I'm going to write that word down. Misconstrue. If I haven't got a video on that one, Patricia, I'm definitely going to make it. Yeah, it was simply simple. I love it. Simple for Inju as well. Okay, exactly. Simply. We use this construction quite often in English as well. Abedej says simply, and so does Bisalom. That's great. Well done. And for Abdurrahim. How about not? They didn't seem. Yes. Yeah, you could use no word here very definitely, David. Yeah, I think the simply is just an amplifier. It just makes it stronger. Just would work as well. It's very, very slightly, but I think also all sorts of non sequiturs flying around. Again, just saying. Okay. So, fortunately, it is not possible to train. Sorry, fortunately, it is possible. You see, I misread that. I misconstrued the words. Fortunately, it is possible to train EI. Anna Alcazay at the University of Arizona in Tucson, US, recently designed an online course with modules that encouraged cadets, trainees, interns, draftees to think more carefully about the ways that different emotions can be perceived and the ways that feelings such as physiological arousal may influence decision making. Vibes, great to see you. So trainees for Vitali, for Meli, for Aminak, for Suman, for Rizgar, for you think I've got it, for Manji, and trainee for Taiwan as well. Okay, that's pretty good. So cadets are in the army. Trainee for Oksana. A military cadet is usually a soldier who hasn't is young, is below the age of 18. An intern is somebody working inside a company, and a draftee. What's a draftee? So, yes, trainee for Oksana, trainees for Charlotte Rose, great to see you, Charlotte Rose, and trainee for Inju Juan as well. Okay, so, the draft. A draftee is somebody who has been drafted, normally drafted into the army. Great to have you on. Okay, and Abdurrahim goes for trainee. Okay, so the military draft is when you are made to join the army. Trainees for students, for pupils, for attendees. Draftee conscript, that's the word, definitely, Vitali. And Patricia goes for trainees. Drafted, somebody who's been drafted to the army. So very definitely trainee. Trainees. An inductee, I like that word as well. Okay, so that clock's wrong. Deck out or deck up. To deck out means to decorate, or to dress. I came decked out in red. He came decked out in his Sunday best. And trainees for Bisalon. Navy, Army cadets, absolutely. Taking 2 lessons a week for 3 weeks. Alcazay's participants showed a significant improvement in a test of EI, and this translated to enhanced, reinforced, expanded, renovated, enlarged performance on the Iowa gambling task. Participants in a control group who instead took an online course on the environment did not show such improvements. Okay, so taking 2 lessons a week for 3 weeks, the participants showed a significant improvement in an emotional intelligence test, and this translated to okay, so we've got lots of answers now. Enhanced for vibes for Suman, for Vitali, hi Iam, enhanced for Charlotte, an intern in a hospital, enhanced for Razgar, enhanced for Aminak, enhanced for Taiwan. Okay, great to have you both here. So enlarged for Abdurrahim, enhanced seems intuitive. Can we use here an enhanced performance? Yes. Enhanced performance generally, and enhanced performance perfectly well. Enhanced for Aditi, and enhanced for Oksana, and for Inju Juan as well. Okay, if something's enhanced, it's better. Hanced. An enhanced performance. This collocates very well indeed. To reinforce means to make stronger, or maybe in a military way as well. To expand means to occupy a larger area. To renovate, To renovate means to make something new, particularly to renovate a building, to renovate a situation. And to enlarge means to grow. I guess you could enlarge your knowledge, but to enhance, to improve your performance. Enhanced artificial intelligence, things that enhance our life. That reinforced performance. To reinforced performance. I guess you could use reinforced, but I'm not very happy with it. Enhanced is much, much, much better in this context. Okay, enhanced, improved, reinforced, strengthened, maybe, yes. I'm going to say okay to reinforced, but definitely enhanced is a better one. And Vitali says enhanced, improved. Okay, so you're all doing incredibly well. Are underpins and reinforce synonyms? In some cases, yes, vibes. But something that underpins could be the basic foundation. Reinforce just says make stronger. But money underpins our society. It doesn't necessarily reinforce it. Yeah? His belief in God underpins his whole way of life. Yeah, is the basis that goes at the very bottom of it. So they're not exact synonyms, vibes. Okay, if you want to close, fine, fair, thin, keen, tune your intuition, then you might first try to get in touch with your emotions more generally, carefully interrogating what exactly you are feeling and the sources of that mood. Okay, this is definitely a collocation. So, close tune, fine tune, fair tune, thin tune, key tune. And we've got fine tune for Vibes, Vitali, Suman, Oksana, Aditi, Charlotte, Manji for Taiwan. Okay, to expand your influence. Yes, that's quite good. Hello, Funda. Okay, you're in the very last of it. Course tune. Course tune. I've not heard that, but I think it's quite inventive, David. Okay, to fine tune, to get something that's exactly right, that's exactly as it should be. So the fine tuning of something. So. Yeah, firstly, let's get this system to work, and then we can fine-tune it. I have this idea of listening to the radio. Underpin is about foundation, fundament, basis, and reinforce is like consolidate, strengthen. Very definitely vibes. Okay, so to fine-tune, well, all of you here, I hope, are fine-tuning your English. Juan Lim, great to have you as well. So, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. I will be back on Sunday, inshallah. I'm glad my experiment today has worked with this connection. So, fine-tune for Visalom as well, very definitely. Course tune is not a thing to my knowledge. It's not to my knowledge either, Vitali, but when you're inventive in English, you can invent things and it's not a problem inventing them. Okay, the God created the universe fine-tuned. So Patricia says fine-tuned. It's wonderful to have you. Thank you for all your extra inputs, Vitali. Honing, fine-tuning. I love that word in you, Juan. Great to see you, Oksana. Take care of yourself. Thank you for coming, David Lutz. It's been great to have you. It's been great to have all of you. I'm sorry there wasn't one last week. It's just last week was a crazy week for me, but this week's is better. I enjoy this 30-minute stream because there are not so many people. Nonce words. Okay, yes, that's very good. I like it. But nonce words are great. That's how words come into the English language. So thank you all for coming. I will see you all next week. I'll leave the chat on for a bit, and it's been great having all of you.